Welcome to the Super Bowl LVII. Why are we still using Roman numerals? It's not like they played football back then. Though it would be pretty dope if modern-day referees used a thumbs-up, thumbs-down approach for a coach's challenge, followed by their death. The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. It was Jason Kelce versus Travis Kelce. Brother versus brother like the Civil War. Winner gets to keep mom. But they weren't the only brothers. Human mashup of Kermit the Frog and Kenny Powers, Patrick Mahomes, faced off against Jalen Hurts, a man who looks like he licks his lips too often. Ha! I knew it. Evidence. Chapped evidence. It was the first time two black quarterbacks faced off in the Super Bowl, which means Tom Brady single-handedly impeded black achievements for 2 decades. Nice job, Tom. During the national anthem, Coach Sirianni was seen crying, something Eagles fans would have to wait a full 3 hours to join in on. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think Bruce Springsteen just threatened fans' lives. The entire world was watching. No, all of America was watching. Some of America was watching for the commercials. They can watch them online now? Fuck it, play ball. The Eagles got the ball first and worked their way down to the 1-inch line. They broke out their soon-to-be famously coined play, the tush-push, a missed marketing opportunity for the booty scooter or the badonka dunk. Either way, asses were in the end zone. Coming into this game, the question was, who was going to guard Travis Kelce? It appeared the answer was nobody. The Chiefs tied it up on a Kelce touchdown. He broke out the stanky leg, which must have been extra stanky from the looks of it. The Eagles failed on the ensuing drive and were forced to punt it away. These teams were evenly matched. This game was tighter than a nun's balloon knot. The Chiefs set up for a very makeable field goal, but kicker Harrison Butker doinked it, and you know what that means.
Why don't we hear it?
Broadcasters fucking love the sound of a good doink.
All right.
Make it your ringtone or get a room, you creepy bastard. The Eagles opened the second quarter with the biggest bomb since Hiroshima. A.J. Brown found glory for a touchdown, 50-plus yards. He didn't even dance. Maybe he was tired from running. The Eagles made a statement, and that statement was, our coaches celebrate like frat boys. Cool touchdown, bro. After the Chiefs did nothing, the Eagles had the ball again. Everything was coming up roses for the Birds. Until Jalen Hurts fumbled the ball for no particular reason, and soccer kicked it to the Chiefs defenders like a weekend dad. I don't know what play was called, but it most certainly wasn't endear yourself to Nick Bolton and friends. It was a costly mistake that would lead to foreheads being smacked and couches being jumped on. Chiefs owner and 13-year-old boy who wished to be big, Clark Hunt, was elated, possibly giddy. This game was even again, but not for long. Another campaign got the Birds down to the 4, where Jalen Hurts ran it straight up the middle like a gentle colonoscopy. Virtually no friction, 8K picture. I can't believe it's not butter. His second rushing touchdown of the game for all those making hash marks at home or on your prison cell wall. Hey everybody, it's Damar Hamlin. Lucky to be alive so he could be paraded like a mascot and left out of conversations with Roger Goodell and Mama Kelce. Really makes him miss the light. Mahomes was playing on a high ankle sprain, and he felt it before the half, limping off the field. Call the coroner, this man is done. Put him in the stands next to Roger so he can watch his team implode with their backup quarterback, Jake Delhomme, or whoever the backup quarterback is. Is it Jackson Mahomes? A.J. Brown got the Eagles in field goal range, and Jake Elliott put it through. The Eagles were up by 10 going into halftime. They were winning in every conceivable way, and the Chiefs field general was playing on less than 2 complete legs, which, as we all know, is the recommended number of legs for professional football, tiptoeing through the tulips and Thanksgiving turkeys. Halftime performances are notorious for special guests, but Rihanna would have none of it. She didn't need them. It was just her. Well, kinda. There was one special guest, the baby in her belly. Honestly, I would have preferred The Weeknd. Unless it could have duetted with her from the womb, like 50 Cent hanging upside down like a bat. Just stuck his head out to sing backup and talk about the candy shop. Kids fucking love candy. Rihanna grabbed her crotch and ass somehow more than I was comfortable with. I fully support ladies and their individual rights to back that thing up, but that thing had a baby in it, and I will lose my shit if a little hand comes out to high-five her. Maybe I'm a prude, but I've seen too much to see a pregnant woman and not think about medical logistics. How many afterbirths does a man have to see to view the world differently? 1. The answer is 1. The beauty of life is fucking disgusting. As for their performance, Rihanna sang like an angel, draped in a leather duvet cover, surrounded by a cult of horny breakdancing fumigators. The Chiefs got the ball to start the second half, and Patrick Mahomes was still playing. I wonder what happened at halftime to get him back on that field. Probably healing crystals, while a Buddhist monk with a prayer bowl blessed him as the ghost of Lamar Hunt read from The Secret. Or drugs. Tons of drugs. By the way, this field was an absolute shit show. The NFL spent nearly $1 million in 2 years preparing this grass. I guess they needed more time. Players were sliding left and right like it was the goddamn Ice Capades. Cleats were mounting in piles on the sidelines. One player called it the worst field he's ever played on. What did they water it with? Olive oil and 49ers tears? When they weren't falling down, the Chiefs slid into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco got 6 to keep the game close, before he promptly slipped. Oh look, it's neophyte media baron and rocket exploder Elon Musk and his rage-peddling friend Rupert Murdoch. I had no idea they were so into football. Or maybe they're just there to cheer for brain trauma. It's clearly their face. Enjoy the show, you moist urinal cakes. Ruh-roh, did I just get banned from Twitter? The blue check is in the mail. In the fourth quarter, the Eagles employed a bold new defensive strategy, leaving wide receiver Kadarius Toney completely uncovered at the goal line. Somehow, it backfired. He scored on a play where the closest Eagle was actually in Philadelphia. The Chiefs were finally on top, but they needed more. It came on another big play from Toney on a punt return. The Eagles punter Sipos kicked a turd of a ball, and the Eagles treated it like a Costco purchase. Free returns for everybody. They really put the special in special teams. The Chiefs were on the goal line again, but it wouldn't be so easy this time. The Eagles were ready. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, god damn it, they did it again! Have you learned nothing? Another completely uncovered touchdown. Whoever's running this defense should be fired, or made the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Hurts pushed them down the field on the next series and ran it in for a touchdown. He even ran in the 2-point conversion. I'm not even sure the Eagles' play sheet contains other names at this point. It's likely just a big grinning picture of Jalen Hurts next to a left or right arrow. The game was all tied up. Mahomes was working his way back up the field, including a big fat run up the middle for a first down. On 3rd and 8, possibly the game's biggest play, Mahomes missed his receiver by a Kansas City mile, which is just a regular mile, but it's clogged with barbecue sauce and arterial plaque. But wait, there was a flag. The Eagles were called for holding. But was it? Was it really? I'd say you be the judge, but I have yet to see a replay in real time. Every time they pause it long enough for you to read a set of IKEA instructions. Maybe there was a hold, but it was about as minute as Juju Smith-Schuster's chances of being relevant in this game. Jerick McKinnon took a knee at the 1 to wind the clock. A savvy veteran move. And props to Coach Reid for not giving the ball to rookie Isaiah Pacheco, or he would have been TikTok twerking in the 3rd row by now with a $1.40 left on the clock. Butler kicked the go-ahead field goal with little time left. A big fat button on a disappointing cardigan. The Eagles had 1 play left. It was time for a Hail Mary. Unfortunately, it was less hail and more Mary as the ball farted out around the 30-yard line in a sad display. They should have let Hurts run it. That's how legends are born. 70 yards on his own like a runaway tank with chapped lips. Form a flying V like the Mighty Ducks and ram it in there. It's time to start calling Mahomes the GOAT. He's on a natural high. And also, enough Toradol and ketamine that he should be used as a case study by college interns and dissected for science. Release the condiment confetti. Time for hugs. Men are allowed to show their emotions for the next 60 seconds. Let's join a barely coherent Terry Bradshaw on the stage. I'm sure Coach Reid loved being called old and fat at the exact moment of his most recent achievement by a broken NASCAR of a human being. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. You just won the NFL. You're now responsible for housing and feeding Roger Goodell until the draft.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.